As we continue off with the conversations, the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, MEIYSAC, is in the process of finalising the Teaching Profession Bill 2025 and has scheduled regional consultations for the development of accompanying regulations to ensure that all stakeholders are well informed and able to contribute meaningfully to this important national process. The Deputy Executive Director of the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, Ms. Edda Bohn, is now joining us in studio to talk to us about the finalisation of the Teaching Profession Bill 2025. Ms. Bohn, it's always a pleasure having you in studio. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me, and good morning also to all the viewers.
All right. First things first, why is it important for Namibia to have a teaching profession bill?
Yeah, this bill is basically following on the professional standards for teachers in Namibia, the National Professional Standards for Teachers in Namibia. Those were released already in 2006, and they then pronounced the necessity of licensing teachers. And, that was 2006. People were, a bit, not so much for that concept, saying that the tertiary qualification or being a university graduate license you to be a teacher already. And so since then, we have been negotiating this need to professionalize the teachers. So when we were busy developing the new Education Act, doing the consultations since 2013, then actually communities themselves also expressed the need for regulating the teaching profession. So it's one purpose of it is to really uplift the status of the teaching profession. Yeah. And when teachers have to register and report to a regulatory authority, it enables them to, receive the required recognition and also to upgrade their their skills and competencies throughout their professional life. So,
yeah. All right. How are the preparations coming along on the process of finalizing the Teaching Profession Bill and also just its regulation? And how will this motion impact the quality and also just the professionalism of the education sector?
Yeah, as said, we have developed the bill already. That is now the core legislation to establish a regulatory authority for the teachers. And with that, we need to enable the law to function. That means to translate it into operations. We need the regulations. So the regulations have been drafted, and it's now time for us to do another round of national consultations on the content of the regulations. So through that process, we aim to create further buy-in and ownership of this process so that teachers actually are not taken by surprise, but that they have their input and say in how this, the professionalization all would come to practice. Yeah. So it's to create that buy-in.
And how are teachers expected to benefit from this?
Yeah, once you are registered, then your continuous professional development is not just only top-down, but also bottom-up. That means the teachers themselves would express the need for upgrading, and the efforts that they put in upgrading, through short courses that will have to be offered. Through that, then they can be recognized. They can build up credits for the renewing of their registration. So at the end, it will benefit and also uplift the quality of education. And one thing, most of all, is what we say, for example, for the medical professions to be registered, protects those who seek medical attention, you know, the patients and the consumers of medical care. And for us, it protects the interests of the learners, of those, you know, our clients. So that is what is the ultimate aim. And also, of course, as I said beforehand, it uplifts the standards of the teachers.
Amazing. I mentioned earlier that the ministry has scheduled regional consultations when it comes to the regulations. How are the preparations going so far, and which are some of the top regions that the ministry will be starting with?
Yeah, no, we have released a notice. I mean, that is a media release already, giving out the schedule, the detailed schedule for the 14 regions. We go to all regions, and in some regions, not only one center, but 2 or 3. Because of the, you know, the geographically widely spread population. Yeah. So that is, although we say 14 regions, there are more than 14 sites that will be consulted. So it starts off on the 15th of September with Kitmantu, and then ends with Windhoek. And it stretches over an entire month, I mean, from mid of September to mid of October. And through that process, we hope to, and I mean, everybody is invited, not only teachers, but community members to take part in this journey and contribute, and
just so they can also understand the bill.
Yes, exactly. No, the bill as well as the regulations that's now putting it all into practical terms.
All right. Can you just give us a rundown on the Namibia Teaching Profession Bill and some of the clear standards and frameworks which are lined up for the teachers for 2025? And also, when we speak about teachers, we're also speaking about teachers who are coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, those who perhaps, you know, those that are disabled. What is the ministry doing in terms of, you know, just making all these consultations inclusive of each and every teacher?
Yeah, that is, I mean, the number one point of departure that we want to provide inclusive education quality service. So the inclusivity is of highest ranking priority. And so all teachers are invited, and, you know, where their needs are emerging, this necessary sign language interpretation will be there, as well as other, you know.
Does the material also come in Braille?
Right now, not. I don't see it, but we are in the process of arranging for that. So by the time that the whole process is concluded, there will be a Braille version as well. Yeah. Right. So it is an ongoing process, and we need to reach everyone. That is the mandate. And when it comes to, marginalized communities or how to reach, there are exactly those efforts to bring the service to the people and also to include them in the process. So that is number one.
All right. Well, Ms. Bohn, thank you so much for engaging us this morning, and all the best that is with the consultations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.